Am I the a-hole because I won't pay to continue housekeeping services for my wife? My wife is someone who has always had a housekeeper from a young age. When we first discussed moving in together before marriage, the division of chores was a hot topic. I was on team we can do it ourselves, and she wanted to keep using the housekeeping service she had. Ultimately, I agreed to the housekeeping service after both our parents told me it'd be easier to agree to make her happy. My only thing was that it was a service she was responsible for paying for. She started out having them come every other week, then once a week, to every other day, to keep the house as clean as she liked it, and do things like her laundry and emptying the trash in her hobby room. Mid-January, my wife was let go when her company downsized. She's been having a hard time finding a job in her field. For now, she's working part-time in retail. We weren't making amazing money before she was let go, but we live comfortably, due in part to living below our means for the most part. Since her current job doesn't pay much, I said that I would cover all of our joint expenses, mortgage, property tax, utilities, and our phones, so she doesn't have to deplete her savings, and our savings won't suffer as much either. She paid for the cleaning service in February, but then yesterday asked me if I was going to set up a direct pay with the cleaning company or transfer her the money to keep paying them. It's $190 a week. I told her neither. The housekeeping service was something she wanted and was responsible for. If she can't afford it anymore without dropping her savings below a point she's comfortable with, then we don't need it. And I'm not going to pay for something two able-bodied adults are perfectly capable of doing ourselves. We argued. She says I know how much she hates cleaning, and that it stresses her out, and since the housekeeper cleaned up areas like the kitchen and living room, and made the bed sometimes, I was benefiting from it, so it counts as a joint expense. I've told her it doesn't because I'm perfectly happy to clean up after myself and have cleaned rooms before when they needed it between visits. Fast forward to today, and she thinks I'm still being an a-hole by not paying for it. Am I being an a-hole here? Edit. I've been doing housework even with the housekeeper. I do my own laundry. I make our bed most days. I clean up after our pets, clean the kitchen after we cook, and that includes the oven, stove, microwave. I take out the trash and recycling, clean the AC filters. I dust between visits. I'll sweep and clean the bathrooms between visits, clean up the shower and sinks after each use. I pick up after myself. Most of what the housekeeper does is already done by the time she shows up. If my wife is home, then it's her mess that gets cleaned up, or her clothes, plates, items that she leaves around. The housekeeper also cleans her hobby room, does her laundry, and whatever else my wife asks. She's just used to having a daily cleaner due to her childhood.